Hey, what's up? Good morning. This is Damien from Angelwolf Studios. So, first off, don't mind the noise. That's my air fryer. Yeah, it's about a year old, and I've been using it just about every day. So, it's kind of loud now. so, today, or actually last night, I want to say that I started pushing my videos to Instagram TV. Since I'm not monetizing these videos anyway, might as well, right? There are some people on Instagram TV that, or they're on Instagram that probably don't know about me on YouTube, so I want to make sure that they get to see the videos as well. Especially since I'm goofy and there's a lot of stuff to laugh at me about. Feel free. Laugh at this guy. Don't be mean though. That's because being mean is, don't be a dick. Laugh, but don't be a dick. Anyway, so today, or again last night, I finished edge banding the topper, so I can take that outside and put it in place. Hopefully, it fits. I probably should have checked that before I put the edge banding on. That would be my bad. It's okay because all you have to do is heat up the edge banding and take it off. But hopefully it's not that bad of a fit. I mean, I measured it pretty tight. Because like I had whole numbers that I was working with, and there was like some little bit of space after the whole numbers. But then I just left the little bit away from my measurements on the topper, and just used the whole number. So it should fit. That's all I can say about that, is that it should fit. So that can get sanded now. Playing area, sitting right there. That's the board for it. I'll be working on that today as well to get that out of the way. And Mary had a little lamb. Why did that just pop into my head? Duh. Oh yeah, so I had an idea last night about opening the tables. So, one of the things is that the problem with opening the table right now is that you have a hole in the top. So if anybody spills anything, it goes directly to your playing area if they spill it over that. So, what have I been trying to do about that? Glad you asked. I've been trying to come up with ideas for hidden ways to open up the table. To include a way to close up that little hole to where you just maybe press something, it opens up, and then you can pull. I don't know. Sounds complicated, but it shouldn't really be. One second. Okay, so, where was I? Yeah, so I'm trying to come up with different ways, and there might just be there's more than just a couple of ways to do it. And the thing is, if you have a table that has a 3-inch rim, 7-inch rim, 6-inch rim, although I think I'm going to change the 6-inch rim to a 7-inch rim just because. Yeah, I'm going to change that from 6-inch to 7-inch. Make everything easier. Anyway, so So if you have a 3-inch rim or a 7-inch rim, it's easy for you to reach under the table to the frame of the table to push a button or lift a lever or something like that. But when you get to the 12-inch table, not everybody has long arms like me who can still do that. So, I'm thinking about, like, if you have a 12-inch rim, unless you specifically ask for it, it's just going to, I'm not going to be able to put a hidden switch. That's just going to be the way it is. So, I have almost all the materials that I need for the next couple of projects. I did get some extra support from the government today. Not as much as they owed me, so I'm going to be contacting them about that because they owe me a little bit more than what they gave me. So, but there's like a next stage application that I can set up, which I think I already did, but maybe it's outdated or something. I don't know. But I can put in another application for the next couple of whatever until relaunch. So plus, see, here's the thing. They say that we're going to get an extension, but the bill hasn't been passed yet. So it's not an extension. That's just a separate run. It's not an extension. And they're probably not going to give us back pay at all. So that's a thing, I guess. What else? Topper playing area. Okay, so if I do have help today, that means I can go ahead and start working on my cut list for the other projects, which is very important. Getting the cut list right for the tables, or doing the cut list at all makes it easier to tackle the project. With that in mind, what that really means is it's better to have everything already cut than it is to be cutting along the way, which is how I made my table, which I was just starting out with this, like with doing a production of something. When I went to wood shop, I was not told, here, make a cut list first. At least not in those words. So now I know, make a cut list first, or cut your cut list first so that you have all the parts laid out, just like when you're laying out Legos. If that makes sense. Exterminator came by and nuked my storage room, which is cool. But what I'm gonna do still is I'm gonna still go get another canister of bug spray. It's one of those bug sprays that it leaves something behind so that bugs don't want to go into that area. So I'm going to be spraying that entire space down with that stuff. um, just to make sure, because I really don't want to have to fight bugs and spiders when I go into that room. Although I know if you use a room, so yeah, this is what I've learned about spiders so far. If you're using a space frequently enough, they will move, or they won't go in there at all. Because it's always being used. They want to be undisturbed. They don't want anything bothering them. Just like I don't want anything bothering me. Am I a spider? Anyway, maybe that's why they keep coming around here, because they think I'm like their king or something. Anyway. So, like, if you're using a space frequently, they don't move into those rooms. So, like, I probably have to check my spare bedroom just for any, because it's not a room that I use. I barely open that door. There might be spiders in there. But every other room that I frequently use, there's none. So, so the theory holds up. Anyway, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to eat, because I got my tater tots about to get out. Yes, I'm eating tater tots for breakfast. Don't judge me. As soon as I'm done eating, I'm going to make some calls about the support and what I have to do next. Since that one support is over, I need to get the next one until relaunch. I also, before I go outside to do anything, I am going to. Ooh, food is ready. I'm going to. I'm so fat. I swear to God. But I lost 22 pounds recently, so yeah, yeah. Anyway, um, I'm gonna be. I need to do some graphic designing because I have the Druid's table. I'm ready to get rock on the Druid's table, but I don't have any graphics. I don't have a title. I don't have anything. So that's something I got to work on. And if I can work on that, that would be great because I need to be able to um, present my podcast. So get a nice graphic for my title, um, and then I don't know if I'm going to put any other graphics in the show at all, but I might. Um, yeah, I might. And I mean, it's like I know how to do like graphics. I know how to animate graphics. Thanks to CPCC, the freaking amazing school. Even though it's just a community college, even though there's enough of knowledge there for you to be further than most other schools. I swear, I really, I believe in this anyway. Um, so I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna try some things out because I want to get rolling on this because there's a lot to do in these things, and I just want to give my take. Even though some people might have done things like this, you know, already 10,000 times, but but I want to be able to give my take on it. So, and like it's just gonna be me talking about some things. Sometimes I'll be taking minis. Well, this is not a mini. This is a biggie. um, my friend John makes these, so if you want any, just let me know. Um, where was I? Yes. So, when it comes to Druid's table, it's just going to be me doing, talking about different topics, tabletop wise, um, crafting things for tabletop use, maybe painting minis, doing reviews on classic games, new games, and also playtesting games is also something I want to do. I do have to get a group of people together to do that though, so we will see how that goes with this pandemic. So I might actually have to hold off on that part until the pandemic's over or whatever. So, yeah, let me get eating, get everything else done, and if I have anything to mention or show, I will do that in a few seconds. Hey, what's up? I just wanted to show you guys what I've been working on today. Let me turn this around. Okay, so all of this and all of this came from a headboard and a footboard. I still have more of these that are longer, about double the size or double the length. I have them somewhere, just gotta find them. And what I'm gonna do is go through and mill these up so that they're all square so that I can use them for something. I have to unscrew this piece off and somehow get this molding off. This is like extra molding. This will be cool to put on like maybe a DM screen or something. But this will give me an extra long piece of wood, or two extra because there's one back there too. I'm going to pour these out, and I'm thinking about just getting rid of everything that is plywood out of these, because when they get that small, I really don't need anything plywood. I just need the solid wood, so that's one step towards not hoarding so much wood. Anything bigger than that, like these pieces here, like these here, this one here, those I keep just in case. These here came in handy when I was sawing because I didn't have any room outside of the workbench to cut, so I had to cut on top of the workbench so that this doesn't happen. I went ahead and put two pieces of wood underneath where the cut was, so like one on each side of the cut, and then one to stabilize each side. I have a bunch of, but oh, there they go. That's the piece. Other pieces that belong over there. There they are. And then the rest is mostly plywood that I probably can throw away. Because right now, like my cup holder boxes, I'm making out of this right here. So I don't need any of these smaller pieces, really. So I'm probably just going to throw those away. And then on the other side, just like the buckets, I gotta go through all of this because there's 2x4 cutoffs, there's 1x4 cutoffs in here, 1x6 cutoffs in here, and so on. And I want to be able to take them, separate them out, and make sure I have them for another project. So now, there was two things that I was thinking about doing over here. So, if you can tell, these tables have been in service for quite some time. I've had these both, no, that one over there since I was living in Charlotte, and this one since I moved here. Yeah, there's one end where I accidentally cut into the table instead of the wood. But what I was thinking of, because the frame looks still okay except for that one spot, to take the wood that's on here, scrap it, and put a new piece of wood on there. I would only need, I think this is what, a quarter of an inch wood. I could use a half an inch piece of wood, and then just use my jigsaw to do that. But then I have to figure out a place to put them. Those came from the footboards, the same ones but longer over there from the headboard. I'm thinking about making a throne out of those. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Even though they're weathered, I've been out in the weather for a long time. I think I could still save them to make something nice out of them. So, the other thing I did today was, after doing the edge banding, I went ahead and put the topper in, so it's in, it fits, it's like actually fits really good. So now I know from now on how to do my cuts. And I've already taken pictures for the customer that goes to. Still haven't done these. I gotta make time to do this tomorrow. See, the thing is with let me turn this back around. See, the thing is with staining, the problem is, yes, I know my hand is over the camera. So, with staining, the problem is that when I'm doing any staining or finishing, I need to make sure that the area is dust free. So, I was planning on doing some wood cutting today, because I was waiting on a friend to show up to help me. Because I don't want to just be, because if I go start sanding, then I'm losing time with the other stuff. So, I'm going to do that tomorrow. First thing tomorrow, I'm going to do the legs, and maybe bring them in the house, I don't know, just to keep them away from the dust after I'm done with them. And, or I can put them on my card tables for now, as long as it doesn't rain. But this is hurricane season, so you never know when it's going to rain. Let's see, what else I've also been doing is the video for today is going to be, or for yesterday was definitely late because it's still rendering. Something happened, because usually all my settings are saved. Get out of the flare there. This is not a Michael Bay movie. Come on now. Let me go in here. Flare's usually less. Yes. Okay, so for that particular thing, oh yeah, I don't even know what I was starting to say. Anyway, when I went to go render my video, my settings were somehow not there, because it usually saves the settings that I've always been using for all my videos. So it took me about 40 minutes to figure out the settings again, because they've somehow changed. And I know I need to update the program, but somehow the things that were there before are no longer there. Not in the exact same way. Like, it used to say 720p, 30 frames per second, and something else. And also, it was coming out as an MP4, which I rather have, not other than that other stuff, because I really don't know any of these other. I just know, like, for example, I have a music program that uses OGG files, and MP3 files, obviously, which I can save on there. But this is not like a music program. This is a video editing program. which I guess you can make music on too, or something. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking too fast. I'm out of breath. I am sweaty. So, yeah. So I gotta do. I still got a few things to do tomorrow. Like I said, I'm gonna get to the legs first, so that they're out of the way. And um, and I think I'm gonna do the cutlass before I do sanding, because sanding takes up a lot of time, and I don't feel like the cutlass will. Although I have spent an entire day just doing a cut list. So. Which reminds me, I should tell my son that I'm not going to be playing games tomorrow because I need to catch up. I wanted to do things at certain times and things are falling behind again, and I don't like that. I still haven't done any of the stuff that I wanted to do for myself for the shop. Like the 2 carts, cleaning out the storage room. I need help. I need permanent help. Yes, I'm going to keep mentioning that. Mainly because if enough orders come in to cover it, I can be like, yeah, hey, come on in, do this, work with me every day until all this is done. Here's your money. If not a lot of orders come in, then it's me trying to see where I can fit that person in. And right now, it's only sanding. So, because depending on the first sanding, to me takes the longest. The 80 or 60 to 80 grit usually takes the longest, in my opinion. Especially when it comes to the topper, which on the next topper I don't think is going to be a problem, but anything can happen. So, yeah. I gotta check my receipt for that. I just remembered something. So I can get wood for my toppers that are pre-sanded, but not sanded all the way up to like 220. It's like maybe only sanded to 80, which would cut down a lot of time just on that part. But if it costs too much to get those, then I have to raise my material costs in my prices. And this is not I can't, I really can't just suck up all the costs. When on small things, yes, but when it comes to something like that, like major materials, then no, I cannot just suck up the cost and earn less when I am barely making it as it is. And I don't want to deter anybody else from getting a table by raising prices. I really don't. It's bad enough that there's a shortage coming up, and all of the big box stores have already said that they are going to raise their prices. I'm not sure about local vendors. Usually, like local vendors, if they have to mill to dimensional lumber for me, then that's already expensive, and that's not a price I want to pay. That's why I go to the big box stores to get my wood. In the future, it might be sustainable, because I do feel like I can possibly work out, once I get my maker center, that with my maker center I add a logging business to it. This way, not only do I would I have lumber ready, because of course I'm going to start out buying stuff from, the big box stores, and then later on it's going to be my own lumber because until I get a kiln, I have to let all that dry, and it takes a while for that to dry. Um, so definitely, I want to be able to store the lumber in a nice dry place where I can keep it in a nice ventilated area to dry, to slowly dry, because if it dries too fast, it cracks. Um, but if I could have that milling business going along, that means I can also go to people's places cutting down trees, or have somebody do that actually, because I don't know how to do that yet. Something on my list to do. Um, but um, but if I can get that done by then then I should be able to sustain everything on my own after a while. Will take some time. Um, I think it's raining. Let's go check. Easiest way to check is to look out at the grill. Grill is dry as bone, so it's not raining yet. So it must have been just something else. Okay, so I gotta make dinner. My water is boiling. Ouch. Um, so I will catch you guys later in the next video. And yes, please take a look at my Teespring and my Patreon, to give me any support that you can. Every little bit counts. All right, catch you next video.